Hello everybody and welcome back to Bedrock Survival with Fix, possibly soon to be rebranded as Minecraft Survival. I don't know. The comments are still rolling in from when I asked y'all to help me decide if I should just title this, and nothing's going to change except for the title, and that only really has anything to do with discoverability for like people who might just see the thumbnail and title and click on it, and then rope-a-dope them into being, oh, this looks like a cool series, and then after they watch the series, like, wait a second, this is Bedrock, but now I like it, so now it's too late to leave. See what I'm saying? That's the plan anyway. I don't know. I'm still undecided. There's part of me that thinks being one of the few to do something is a good thing, and then there's part of me that thinks, wait, maybe there's a reason why there's only a few who do things. So I don't know. I bounce back and forth. I don't know what the right answer to that is. Maybe there is no right answer. That could actually be what it really comes down to. But it's time to do some nature today. We're going to be doing some building. We'll probably do some on camera. This may end up being a bit of a talky kind of episode because there's not going to be a lot of interesting build things. What we're going to be doing is I'm gathering a lot of spruce, both logs and saplings and also leaves. Man, by the way, one of these big trees, when used my fortune hoe to break all the leaves, one of them dropped 48 spruce saplings. One. So the reason why I'm doing this, I'll show you where I am. I'm right beside this the Beauty and the Beast castle. The reason why I'm doing this here is because I want all this ground to be podzol, not necessarily all, because then I'm going to come back in with coarse dirt and maybe even some brown concrete powder or something eventually, because I want to make this into a bit of a enchanted or possibly haunted, depending on which route we go, forest, but a custom forest. And I want it to have a brown forest floor, right? For the most part, there'll be patches of green for sure. So that's why I'm doing this here. I'm just replanting 2x2 spruce trees, because when I first started this world, that wasn't a thing yet in Bedrock. There wasn't the renewable podzol yet. So now there is, so now I just want to harvest all this stuff, and I'm going to need a lot of leaves because I want to start working on greening up the mountain. You know what I mean? Down on the sort of the lower third, I want to start adding a lot of shrubs, trees, grass, you know, the whole bit, and just really start to make it look like a more finished product, because we haven't worked on the mountain in quite some time. I hit it really hard leading up to the last world tour, I think, and then I haven't done anything on it in quite some time, and I think it's time that we revisit it. And my other plan is I'd like to get up to episode 149 recorded out to a nice lead, like maybe a week ahead, and then I can spend a week just working on the mountain, adding a lot of snow. Snow is the thing that's the probably grindiest part, even maybe more grindy than actually laying the stone, because snow, you actually have to kind of think and make sure that all the visible sides of the snow are, and you don't want to canvas the whole mountain. You want to sort of pick and choose. See up there, oh, it's so weird. We're right at the edge of render there. Picking and choosing where you're going to have, so you have slivers of gray up there as well. You don't want the whole thing to be white. You know, I've kind of seen some do's and don'ts on Google Images from some custom built mountains, and you can really tell who did it by hand like this and who did like a world painter thing where it's just all snow and then, you know, it's fine. It's just, but it's not quite as natural looking, I don't think, is what we're sort of going for here. So I'm going to continue harvesting until I get at least a full shulker full of leaves, maybe more than that even. And then we will meet you over the mountain. We'll start talking about some custom trees and how we're going to figure out where to put it and all that kind of stuff too. Also, additionally, I have a whole pathway that I kind of forgot to build from the other side that goes up. You can kind of see it right there. There's a pathway, but there's another pathway that I didn't do that's just stone. So I'm going to need to do that as well. Operation, I added a couple trees underway. Let's take a look at this. I tried for a medium and a small one. I don't know if I want to go much bigger than that because I don't want to dwarf the scale of the mountain, and already the medium might end up being large, and then we'll put the bigger trees down here on the bottom to sort of cover up some of this area. So what I think I'm going to do, I don't know, man. This is new to me. We're kind of working it out, but I think the trees themselves actually look fine. You know, fine for little custom spruce trees. I could actually put a little hanger here just flying up, I'm kind of seeing a couple little things. Let's do a little thing like that. I have found that doing these things on the diagonal is really, really, really helpful. So, like, anytime I put a block there, then I'll take out the block up there and just give a little bit of a hanger down type of situation. So we'll do one there and something like that. Cool. Okay, let's discuss these trees very briefly. I've definitely decided that smaller is going to be better for this. I made a couple big ones. I already took them down because the scale looked a little wacky. So, yeah, I think this is going to be about the biggest trees that we go with going up the mountain. I think they're fine. Like, as you walk by them, they look nice and big and all of that stuff. But also from a distance, it's kind of like splitting the difference, right? Like, also from a distance, they seem to scale appropriately with the mountain. Let's go up to my little perch here on top of the old villager breeder and take a look. Oh, I fell down. I can't. I've nailed that landing 1,000 times in a row, and that time I missed it. So yeah, let's take a look at this. See what I'm saying? It's starting to come together, right? I mean, obviously, like dozens and dozens of trees here, and a lot more dirt patches as well. There's not nearly enough dirt patches down here on the bottom third or so. Also, there's going to be a lot of ground covering as well using probably oak leaves, so it's a little bit of a different color down lower, but yeah, I think it's starting to come together for sure. Let's take a look at the mountain as it comes right now. Right now, I'm not loving it. I'll be totally honest. I don't know if maybe I put the trees too high up. I don't think so, though. And I know that a big part of this is going to be better once the snow comes down. So, I mean, I'm totally aware of that. And, you know, whenever you're building in Minecraft, you kind of think about it a little bit. You think, well, okay, this looks bad right now, but how's it going to look? You know, and there's a lot of that going on right now in my own head. How's it going to look? Well, I think it's going to look good, but right now I'm a little bit nervous about it. Right now I'm like, I don't know about this, Fix, because the trees are fairly uniform and I'm not totally loving that. However, I do think adding a lot of greenery does actually really help. I'm just not totally sure yet what I'm missing. I'll tell you one thing I know that I'm missing after sleep is oak leaf ground cover, and that's going to be what we bring in next, just on this area. If we fly around the mountain, let me give you a little sneak peek of what's going on the other side of the mountain. I'll give you a hint. It's not much. I've not really done anything. On the other side, I'm only doing the side that's facing us, even to the point of only doing this half of this, but that's okay. We're going to get to the other half eventually. You know, I just want to get some of it done today. That's really the entire goal. So I think what I'm going to do next, I'm going to go around each of these platforms. I'm going to oak leaf it up. And I'm going to basically look at some areas I've already done that to, like, for example, here, right? Because I think this is pretty nice going on down in here. You know, we'll expand some of the trunks up just a little bit. We'll put in a few of these little trees, just real little, like, stumpy trees. That would be nice. And, yeah, I think it's going to be good. I just think that I'm not going to do the lower part in spruce as well, because whenever you look up there, that's very uniform color. And even just bringing one other color is really, really, really going to help. I did think about using a combination of dark oak and oak, and I possibly might do that. I don't think I want to use birch or acacia since they're such completely different colors, but yeah, I think maybe oak and dark oak might be the way to go. All right, then. I think we're in a good place. Let's go take a look. This grind hasn't been that severe. I mean, it's been a lot. And I only did about a third of the mountain probably because not only did I not do the back, but additionally I didn't do over there. But let's take a look at it. It's starting to come together. I'm starting to believe in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to think, okay, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. Of course, it's almost nighttime again. But yeah, you see how much better it looks? The greenery is draping down. Now, I'm just imagining, let me get the cursor back. I'm just imagining that snow is going to be coming down some of these peaks and sort of trickling down around like there. And maybe some snow comes the whole way down here. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be really, really, really cool. The one thing that I'm not sure about, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I should ask like Whip or Pixel Riffs who've built giant mountains that look so great in their worlds. I'm not sure if I need to detail the actual cliffside. I'm feeling no on something this big. I'm feeling like the bulk of it is good enough. Let me sleep. Oh yeah, man, what a freaking difference on the mountain, right? What a difference. I'm gonna have to go take a before and after shot for the thumbnail of this, but yeah. Yeah. It's coming along. We did a lot of good progress today. I really like these custom trees. Maybe I'll do a standalone video and show you how I did the spruce trees the easy way, the easy and fast way, because I built a lot of these very, very quickly. But Probably not today, but I do really, I'm glad I brought in the oak. I'm glad I brought in the oak and the dark oak because it does make a difference. It kind of looks like it almost looks like the sun's catching some of them, right? Like by mixing in, I picked those two textures on purpose because they're the same exact texture, just I made dark oak a little bit darker than oak. And if you just look at it, it just kind of looks like the sun is catching on a few, and that's actually just the oak. That's just the brighter one. So yeah, it kind of gives a little bit of a three-dimensional feel, I think. I think that actually aspect has worked really well. I might actually use that quite a lot more around now that I sort of know how that works. Like 2 blocks that are even, it makes it look like 1 block is in the shadow, 1 block is in the light. I think that's really cool. But that is going to wrap it up for me today. We have some huge progress on the mountain, and I will see you all next episode from Bedrock Survival with Fix. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. By the way, I just figured out that the episode 150 World Tour is going to drop the same day, 1 year later as episode 1. So in 1 year, 150 episodes. That's a big chunk. Okay? I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody. Love y'all.